The golden plains of the African savanna are a place where the law of predator and prey. In this vast wilderness, being weak or alone is often considered a definitive and very final death.
A massive herd of elephants migrates across a sun-scorched ridge while searching for precious and scarce water.
Suddenly, a violent dust storm descends upon the migrating herd, creating total chaos and suffocating gray clouds.
Ellie trips over a jagged rock and tumbles down a steep, hidden embankment away from her family.
She raises her tiny trunk and calls out, but the howling wind swallows her voice entirely tonight.
A lioness, grieving the loss of her own cubs, catches the scent of the distressed, lone animal.
As she gets close enough to feel warmth, the predator pauses, her killing instinct suddenly being replaced. She begins to gently lick the dried mud and dust off the calf's ears with maternal care. The blind calf stops shivering, finding comfort in the touch of the creature born to be her.
When the sun becomes too intense, the lioness nudges the calf toward the shade of sparse trees.
The lioness lets out a thunderous roar that shakes the earth, standing as a shield for her.
She risks her own life, standing against her own kind to protect a creature she usually hunts.
However, as days turn into a week, a tragic and very dangerous reality begins to set in.
The lioness cannot provide the specialized milk and nutrients that an elephant calf desperately needs to survive.
Wildlife rangers watching through long-range lenses realize that the calf will soon succumb to dehydration and hunger. The rescue team from the sanctuary knows they must act immediately to save the failing elephant calf. The team must safely move the lioness away from the calf without causing harm to either animal. The vehicles approach the site with caution, aware of the lioness's fierce and protective nature toward Ellie. The lead ranger tracks her movements, waiting for the perfect moment to initiate the primary rescue plan.
Rescuers unload a heavy stretcher and soft ropes, preparing for the physical challenge of moving the calf.
A secondary vehicle moves into position to create a distraction, drawing the predator away from the calf.
A dart is fired with precision, ensuring the lioness will fall into a safe and temporary sleep.
The sedative takes effect, and the lioness slowly sinks into the grass, no longer able to protect.
With the predator neutralized, the team rushes toward the calf to assess her immediate and critical needs.
The veterinarian performs a quick assessment, noting the calf's extreme dehydration and very high body temperature.
The team begins by cooling the calf with damp cloths to lower her dangerously high core temperature.
6 team members position themselves around the stretcher, preparing to lift the 100-pound calf in unison.
They lift together, rising slowly to ensure the calf remains stable and the IV line stays secure.
The team moves toward the transport vehicle, maintaining a steady pace to avoid further stressing the animal. The hydraulic ramp lowers, providing a smooth path for the team to board the specialized transport truck. They move onto the ramp, carefully transitioning the calf into the shaded and temperature-controlled environment of the vehicle.
Ellie is placed on soft straw while the veterinarian checks her vital signs during the initial stabilization.
A continuous mist of water is applied to her skin to simulate the cooling effect of mud.
The team observes the lioness from a distance, ensuring she recovers safely as the rescue truck departs.
The doors are secured, and the journey to the sanctuary begins, marking the end of Ellie's ordeal.
A specialized formula is prepared, containing the exact nutrients required for a malnourished and dehydrated elephant calf. The first attempt at feeding begins, providing essential calories to jumpstart the calf's failing internal energy systems.
Under the warmth of medical lamps, the team prepares for the most critical phase of her recovery.
The monitor shows an erratic heart rate, indicating that the calf's body is struggling with extreme shock.
Feeding continues via a tube to ensure she receives enough energy without the physical effort of sucking.
She attempts to shift her weight, and the rangers assist her to prevent sores from forming tonight.
The hydration process is nearly complete, and the veterinarian notes a significant improvement in her skin elasticity.
For the first time since her rescue, Ellie stands up on her own, though her legs tremble.
The IV is removed, marking the end of the critical medical phase and the start of recovery.
Ellie is led into a sun-drenched paddock, where the warm sand provides a safe and comfortable environment.
She begins to play with the water, showing the first signs of normal, healthy calf-like behavior today.
Solid foods are introduced, and Ellie uses her sense of smell to identify the sweet, ripe fruit.
Older elephants in the neighboring enclosure rumble loudly, acknowledging the presence of the new, young calf nearby.
Rangers begin training her to follow specific sounds, helping her navigate her world without the use of.
She learns quickly, showing high intelligence as she masters the use of sound to locate her keepers.
Ellie enjoys her first mud bath, which protects her sensitive skin from insects and the harsh sun.
The physical bond with her keepers helps her feel secure as she continues her long recovery process. Weight checks show that she is thriving, having gained significant mass since the day of her rescue. She is finally ready to meet her new family, the herd that will teach her how to. The gate opens, and an experienced matriarch reaches out to welcome the blind calf into the herd.
Ellie is now a thriving member of the sanctuary, protected by a new family of her kind.
Her new family has taught her how to navigate the world through sound, smell, and constant touch.
She is no longer the frightened orphan in the dirt, but a living symbol of animal resilience.
Her journey remains a powerful testament that compassion can bloom in the most unexpected and harsh places.
The memory of the lioness stands as a reminder that empathy exists even between predator and prey.
The rescue team's hard work has paid off, giving a second chance to a life nearly lost. As the sun sets, the herd huddles together, providing the warmth and security Ellie once lacked.